welcome back everybody. So today I finished the challenges for the Orion Mastery Camo in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience and whether I thought it was worth it or not. I went ahead and threw some Warzone gameplay behind this, that way you have something to watch while I talk about these camos. So first, let's talk about what you have to do to unlock the gold challenge itself. So for each weapon, this is going to be a little bit different. Some of them are just regular kills with the weapon. Some are kills with suppressors. You got crouch kills, mounted kills, point blanks, and my absolute least favorite, kills from behind. I just hated the kills from behind because you really got to run and get behind the enemy team, or in shipment, if you kind of get it a good angle, it kind of counts if you're kind of not directly behind them, but off to the side a little bit. It's just kind of an annoying challenge to do, and I feel like it doesn't always register properly, at least in my experience. So like I said, some of these challenges are actually really easy, like the regular kills and the suppressor kills. You just got to throw it on, go and shoot house or shipment and get it done. It just takes a little time, but it's really not that bad. And it also depends on the weapon as well. Some weapons are obviously better than others. Some weapons you just like more than others. And so those ones that you like, you kind of blow through them really quick. I actually saved those to the end just so I could knock them out fast at the end. And I did my least favorite ones at the beginning of each camo challenge. So once you complete these individual weapon challenges, then you unlock gold for each weapon separately. So the gold challenge itself is getting 3 kills without dying 10 times. Now on shipment, I actually thought this was a piece of cake. I really didn't have much trouble with it. Some of the snipers were a little bit annoying because you do have people that rush through the middle and get close to you with a shotgun, and that can be kind of tough with a sniper. But overall, I really didn't think it was too bad. It was one of the easier challenges. I would rather do the 3 kills without dying 10 times than get the 15 kills from behind or even some of the point blanks. So overall, the gold challenges itself, I really didn't find that bad, and I don't think you will either. You just got to be a little strategic, maybe not run right through the middle of shipment. If you do it on other maps, you know, that's up to you, but I thought shipment was super easy. There's matches where I'd get 5, maybe even up to 10 in some of them just on that one match alone. I think the SBR08, I got all of them in one match. It just kind of happened that way. But I would recommend on especially your snipers, if you're going on shipment, put a really quick ADS on them. Any ADS attachment that you got, put it all on there and it'll make it the easiest. One thing that's a little tough and a little different is the launchers. I had a little bit of trouble with. It's getting 2 kills without dying 10 times with them. With the Joker, I actually found it a little bit easier. The Joker and the RPG were the easiest for me. RPG's just got a quicker fire rate and it reloads a little quicker, and so you can get those kills, you can kind of pop them off. The Joker, if you just shoot to the opposite corner in shipment, a lot of times you get a double or a quad kill, and if you get a quad kill, that counts as 2 of your 2 kills without dying, so it's not too bad. The ones that I really hated were the Pila and the Strela. They reload so slow, and I absolutely did not like using those. Then you got the knife and the riot shield. I didn't find either of them too bad. The knife I thought was a piece of cake on shipment. I think I did it in 1 or 2 matches. It wasn't bad. The riot shield's a little annoying just because I hate playing like that, but really those 2 weren't bad. It was the Strela and the Pila that I really found to have an issue with when I was getting my gold camos. So now let's go to the platinum. To get the platinum camo challenges, it's by category. So once you get all the ARs gold, then you can go for platinum ARs. Once you get the SMGs gold, you can go for the platinum SMGs. It goes by category. And the knife and the riot shield count as 1 category. So it's the 2 melees that you can get to unlock that challenge. Now, this was by far my least favorite challenges to do, the long shots. It's 25 or 20 long shots depending on the gun, and I'll tell you what, I hate it because you can do it in invasion, you can do it in ground war. In invasion it's a little bit slow, especially the SMGs. It's kind of tough to get those long shots. So what I chose to do was do it in tier 1 playlist, and I'll tell you what, there's only a certain amount of line of sights in each map that has the distance you need to get those long shots. And you have to play in such a campy, annoying way. And you can see if you go to tier 1, that's what everybody's doing. That's the only reason most people play tier 1 is for those long shot kills for the camo challenges. And I just hated it. It was the worst part of the camo grind. I really did not enjoy getting the platinum camos. It felt like it took forever, and I was not having fun doing it because I was playing in a style that just wasn't me. I like to go get in there, get on shipment, get some action. It's slow on tier 1 and the long shots are annoying. Now for the snipers, I didn't find it too bad because you just go on invasion. I like invasion. makes you kill players. It's got to be real players, not the bots. They don't count. And then just snipe. There's always people sniping for you to pick off, you know, get 5, 10, 15 of them a match, and it doesn't take too long to unlock. Now, once you have all 51 platinums, now 51 is an important number because you don't have to do every weapon. I want to say there's like 54 or 55 weapons. There's 3 or 4 that you can skip. So if there's some weapons you really hate, you don't have to do them. The reason that is because you have to get 51 of the base weapons done, and as long as you get 51, you can unlock that next set of camos to go for. So I skipped, I think, 2 of them and then came back to them just because I was getting so annoyed with the long shot kills. I think I skipped the M13 and the Chimera, I believe, but I just hate the M13 anyways. But once you get those 51, then you can start going for the polyatomic camo. Now, I will say the polyatomic camo is awesome, and once you complete all the polyatomics, or 51 of them, then you get the Orion for all the weapons. There's no specific Orion camo challenge. The polyatomic challenge is headshots. And I'll tell you what, I absolutely blew through these challenges. It was maybe 1 a match. I would finish 1 gun a match, maybe 1.5 guns a match. I absolutely blew through them. The snipers were a little tough on shipment just because, you know, it depends on how the other team's playing. If they're sitting on those head glitches, oh man, you got them all day long. Just pick off their heads as they go, and if they're coming through the middle, it can be a little tough. But I found that the polyatomic was such an easy challenge that I just blew through them really fast. I think I did them in like a day or 2, and that wasn't even playing all day. But once you get 51 of those, then you unlock Orion. Now, once you have all 51 platinums, now 51 is an important number because you don't have to do every weapon. I want to say there's like 54 or 55 weapons. There's 3 or 4 that you can skip. So if there's some weapons you really hate, you don't have to do them. The reason that is because you have to get 51 of the base weapons done, and as long as you get 51, you can unlock that next set of camos to go for. So I skipped, I think, 2 of them and then came back to them just because I was getting so annoyed with the long shot kills. I think I skipped the M13 and the Chimera, I believe, but I just hate the M13 anyways. But once you get those 51, then you can start going for the polyatomic camo. Now, I will say the polyatomic camo is awesome, and once you complete all the polyatomics, or 51 of them, then you get the Orion for all the weapons. There's no specific Orion camo challenge. The polyatomic challenge is headshots. And I'll tell you what, I absolutely blew through these challenges. It was maybe 1 a match. I would finish 1 gun a match, maybe 1.5 guns a match. I absolutely blew through them. The snipers were a little tough on shipment just because, you know, it depends on how the other team's playing. If they're sitting on those head glitches, oh man, you got them all day long. Just pick off their heads as they go, and if they're coming through the middle, it can be a little tough. But I found that the polyatomic was such an easy challenge that I just blew through them really fast. I think I did them in like a day or 2, and that wasn't even playing all day. But once you get 51 of those, then you unlock Orion. So let's talk about whether I think Orion is worth it or not. It's quite a grind. It does take a lot of time. Shipment and shoot house definitely help that grind, but it's still a lot of hours in. I play because I enjoy the game. I like making content, so I naturally was going to do it anyways. But let's talk about if it's really worth your time or not. I personally would probably say no. I like polyatomic a lot more. The platinum challenges are the ones that really got me, and I really did not enjoy going for just those long shots. I hated going for the long shots. I will say there's a lot of platinum camos that are pretty cool. It depends on the gun. They really look a lot different on certain guns. I think the M13 has really cool looking platinum, and then something like the Seiken, I think, has a really ugly platinum. Overall, I think polyatomic is worth it. If you're good at getting headshots and going quick, maybe you can just naturally get to Orion anyways, but I wouldn't say necessarily dedicating all your time to getting Orion would be necessarily worth it. It's not all that flashy. It is reactive, but it's not really that reactive. It's probably not as good as Damascus, and I know that was a little bit plain in Modern Warfare, but I really did like that. I think it was called Atomic and Vanguard. I didn't even go for it. I barely played Vanguard at all because I hated that game. But I would say maybe it's not worth going for Orion unless you're really going to be playing anyways. I just wouldn't dedicate the time to it. So with all that said, let me know what you think down below. Comment below what you think, what your favorite camo is. If you think the Orion grind is worth it, if you're in the process of the Orion grind, let me know what you think. I will say there's a lot of cool camos in this game, even beyond the mastery camos. So something like Crystallite, which you get by using the Basilisk and getting akimbo kills with it, I think is really cool. kind of a green shiny camo, and I enjoy that one a lot. Magma Digital is pretty cool, which I believe you get from the Seiken. So you don't have to go for Orion to have cool camos, but it's really up to you. I just want to say everything you do matters. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.